Spurs fans, I'm not saying give up on Jeremy Sohan starting a point guard yet. That being said, do you think this would give us a better chance to win some games this year?
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take sh- I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
What is up, San Antonio Spurs fans? Welcome to TSR Sports. I found an article on Air Alamo that kind of shed some light on the offense with Tre Jones running the point. I thought I'd share that article with you, give you my 2 cents about whether we should change the starting lineup or not. While I'm doing so, drop a comment down below. Do you want to see Tre Jones start, and would you like to run with these 5, or would you like to see maybe Kellman or Jeremy come off the bench? Let me know. Hit the thumbs up if you'd like to help support this channel, and subscribe to become part of our wonderful San Antonio Spurs community. Let's get into the article. With the Spurs trailing 98-85, and with 9:45 remaining in regulation, head coach Greg Popovich unleashed a unique lineup of Tre Jones, Devin Vassell, Doug McDermott, Cedi Osman, and Victor Wembanyama. Timeout. I don't see the Spurs running that as a starting lineup ever, but for the point of this article, we'll obviously run with it here, that lineup on the floor. Though that 5-man unit only shared the court for 1 minute and 23 seconds, so very small sample size, they cut the double-digit deficit to 5 points. Thanks to their collective sharpshooting prowess, playmaking acumen, and defensive activity, the Spurs had a perfect environment for their teenage star to thrive. Once again, a timeout. While we want Wemby in the best position to succeed, we want all our guys to be in their best position to succeed. And Sohan's look uncomfortable at times running the point. We want Jeremy to be in the best place for him to play his best basketball, Devin, Kellman, so forth and so on. So yes, obviously the Spurs want Wemby to be in the best place where we can get the most out of him. We want everybody to be in the right spot so we can get the most out of him. This is the San Antonio Spurs, not the San Antonio Wembys. Anyway, speaking of Wemby, he receiving an extended run at center for San Antonio was perhaps the most exciting aspect of this experimental lineup. And yes, we know the Spurs don't want him to be at center all the time, but they don't want him banging against the bigger centers in the NBA. That being said, when there's a small ball lineup, like the Golden State Warriors, who tend to run very small, are those situations where we should start Wemby and perhaps bench Zach Collins and have Tre Jones, of course, start. Of course, the fly in the ointment here with Zach is that he just signed a 2-year extension worth $35 million for 2-year extension for $35 million, so he's probably expecting to start the next few years. That being said, we want to have the best lineup there to succeed, and if him coming off the bench is going to be better for the Spurs, then he need to go there. Right now, I think the Spurs are going to go with the current starting 5, which from top to bottom is Zach, Wemby, Kellman, Devin, and Jeremy. But if the offense flows much better, and we already seen the offense is flowing better with Tre running a point, I wouldn't be shocked to see them make a change. Just the question is, who goes to the bench? Do they keep Zach in there at the starting 5 to have Wemby, kind of save Wemby getting beat up from those bigger guys, and do they bench Kellman or Jeremy? Time will tell. A lot of question marks surrounding the season. I do think the Spurs, and Pop specifically, are going to tinker with their starting lineup as the season progresses. Or I could be totally wrong and they just go with the starting lineup for the rest of the year. Having a natural point guard like Jones directing traffic on offense was another distinctive advantage for this group. Despite the Silver and Black scoring all their buckets in transition save for a single half-court sequence, the fourth-year floor general made hit-ahead passes that nobody else on this roster can. Probably right there. Those precise deliveries and quick trigger decisions allowed San Antonio to push the tempo off block shots and long rebounds, which redirect the momentum in their favor. And we're going to see actually an example of that right here with the patented block by Wemby, where he is blocking the shot of somebody out in three-point land, and then Tre Jones runs the break. And, well, let's take a look.
I got a guy if you want. Oh, another block by Wemby. Now in transition, up ahead. Throw it up there.
Beautiful pass by Tre Jones. How many guys on the roster do you really trust to make that pass first, fans? That number's probably limited. So they make a good case for having Tre start. I don't think Pop's going to make a change anytime soon. Again, if we're playing a small ball lineup, though, I think this lineup probably would be better. The offense just seems to flow better. Tre is looking for Wemby and getting him more involved. Pop has been running this lineup right here in the fourth quarter at times, which tells you that I think he trusts this lineup maybe more so than Collins in there and Tre out. I don't know what's going to happen in the rest of the season, Spurs fans. It's going to be a fun season, and I just think we're going to see a variety in starting lineups, a variety in rotations. This year is not about getting in there, winning an NBA championship. It's finding out what units work the best together. And maybe it will be this unit at some point in the year. Maybe not. Who the heck knows? I don't know. All I know is it'd be fun to watch. The Spurs play the Suns again tonight after that huge come from behind victory the other night. It's another late game that'll start at 10 p.m. Eastern. I'll be live at 9:45 Eastern to talk a little before tip-off. and hopefully we can get the Suns again. And if the Spurs win, they'd be over 500, I believe, at 3-2. And maybe this team's a little better than we thought. Maybe just we're getting a little lucky. The Suns will be out without Booker and Beal. I think Beal's out and Booker is a maybe. That being said, hey, your job is to beat the team in front of you. The Spurs did that Tuesday night, and hopefully that carried that momentum over into tonight. Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate y'all. Until next time, and as always, go Spurs, go.
And when I feel like this, I'ma